Hi all, good morning. So this is my EAG version 3 session 6 agentic architecture assignment. So the core idea here is to define an agent as a Python loop instead of instead of an LLM, which was a misconception earlier. So the LLM only act out of the roles which is being actually put up in a loop, and the loop will be something like the perception, the memory, decision, and action, and every boundary between roles will be a pedantic model. And so here is that the schema dot py where I'm actually defining all these things. And yeah so and we will be having a gateway which is already defined here. And so on this gateway, like actually, so every LLM calls or every task will go through this LLM gateway through a port. And so there is no direct SDK calls or LLM calls here. So I'm just and the MCP Studio server will be there inside this one. And so I'm just kind of let me just stop this thing, and I'm running this once again. So the server will be started here. And so just to see, like actually, so where I have put this the perception, yeah, this is the perception file which will be acting like the decomposition layer, which kind of segregate into different codes and verifies which are being done and what is the status here. And yep so and yeah then we will have the memory where the persisting things will be there. And based on that, actually, the perception will actually decide what has to be scheduled, and then that will be moved to the decision, and finally the actions will be taken. And so here is the memory one. And just actually moving to a particular query here. So in this one, let me try with r minus r. Yep, I'm just actually cleaning everything, and I'm trying to run that the query. Okay, so this is one among that query actually. So just trying to fetch a URL. And if the page is above the threshold for KP, then so action stores it as an artifact and returns just a descriptor. Perception kind of never sees the bytes, and the next iteration the artifact is attached to the extraction goal. And later the decision will actually act on these questions and will get the answers properly. So there were occasions like actually when it moves to the internal LLM models. So I had issues with Gemini, but let me see if that doesn't work, then we will see some other way to do this. So I think so it is getting attached to an artifact here. So I think we got the final answer from these iterations. So that's how it works actually, I think. Yeah. Yeah, and just to show the prompts where actually I kind of validate these things. see, this is the standard of validation here for the both one, actually the decision and the memory. And so I think, yeah, that's it. Okay, and so the things are working, and I think, yeah, thank you, thanks a lot.